You can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Josefine Knutsson takes on Piera Rodriguez to open up the card at UFC Fight Night Tampa this weekend. And this is a pretty good matchup. Josefine Knutsson on kind of a tear right now, 8-0 in professional MMA. She's 28 years old, former kickboxer. So a lot of stand-up experience, very polished on the feet. Throws really good kicks, manages her distance well, lands a lot of strikes, puts out a lot of volume. Piera Rodriguez, 32 years old, 9-2. More of a grappler, has got decent stand-up. She kind of uses it to set up her takedowns, but good fighter. Coming off of a loss, if you want to call it that, against Ariane Carnelossi. Was kind of beating her up on the feet, getting takedowns. Was DQ'd due to some intentional headbutts. One of them did look intentional, but again, you're taking punches to the face, shins across the face. It's frustrating when a tiny little headbutt causes somebody to lay on their back as if they've just been hit by a car. So she couldn't recover after the 5 minutes. Ended up being a DQ loss for Piera Rodriguez. Before that, fought Jillian Robertson. Looked pretty good. Was getting takedowns against Jillian Robertson, which is pretty good feather in your cap. Ended up getting armbarred from mount though. Didn't look like she had very much of a bottom game. Seems like she looks for her takedowns to just land strikes. Not a huge jiu-jitsu threat, but beat Sam Hughes, good wrestler. Kay Hansen, a few other people. Not many other high-level names, but I am concerned in this one for Josefine Knutsson. She was getting taken down by Julia Pilastri in her fight. Almost lost her the fight. She was getting key takedowns in those rounds to try and steal them away, but she ended up still winning the decision. And before that, another concern against Marnik Man. I think she got 3 10-8 rounds in that one, but still couldn't put her away. Marnik Man had nothing for her. You got to be putting somebody like Marnik Man away in the UFC. With all that said, I am going to go with Josefine Knutsson. I think she's just going to be so much better on the feet. I think she's going to be able to nullify Piera Rodriguez's takedown threats just with her kicks, managing the distance very well, stepping in, landing her punches. Not going to be there when Piera, throws or counters or shoots in for takedowns. I'm going to be very upset if Piera Rodriguez does get takedowns and steals rounds and holds her on the ground for a win. So, Piera Rodriguez again, very tough. I could see her getting this one done. I was potentially looking to pick her, just thinking that she'd be able to get her takedowns and steal rounds or stall her out on the ground and land more damage. But I just don't think she will. I think that Josefine Knutsson, she fights out of All Stars Gym in Sweden with Khamzat Chimaev and all those monster grapplers. So I imagine she's not ignoring that grappling piece. She's a great striker, so she probably has time to spend a lot of time on filling in that gap, which is her wrestling defense and her grappling. So I'm going to go Josefine Knutsson and being able to manage the distance, land a lot of volume on Piera Rodriguez, not take a lot of damage, be able to stay defensively responsible on the feet, not overthrow her punches. She's a very good kickboxer, so I don't see her throwing herself out of position, trying to land shots. I'm hoping that she's strategic when placing her kicks so they don't get caught and taking her to the ground, but I think she's going to be able to batter the legs of Piera, stick her in the stomach with legs, threaten with the high kicks, and just really make her hesitant to get in close for takedowns. So gonna go with Josefine Knutsson in this one. I don't think she's gonna finish Piera Rodriguez on the feet. I think she'll beat her up for the majority of the fight and take a decision. Thanks, guys.